The new Star Wars update brought us 3 mystical weapons that are easily obtainable every single match. In this video, I'll show you guys where to find them, how to play them, and analyze whether they're worth the effort or useless gimmick items that will be used for 3 days before people hop back on their Thunderburst SMGs and Warforged ARs. My name is TSK, and on this channel I analyze everything there is to know for Fortnite Zero build. If you want to improve your gameplay and always be up to date with the new updates and metas, this is the place to be. My goal is to become the best together with you guys. So, for this video, I'm gonna skip over all the LEGO Fortnite Rocket Racing and Festival updates, as well as skins, because I honestly don't care at all. We're going straight into where to find the new weapon. The easiest way to get the 2 new blasters, the crossbow and the normal blaster, is to go to one of the roadblocks all over the map. You'll get the E11 blaster from the downed stormtroopers and the Wookiee bowcaster, either from liberating Chewbacca or from simply opening the chests at the roadblocks. Keep in mind, Chewbacca does not have a fixed spawn and will be at different roadblocks every match, but saving him is not necessary at all to get his laser crossbow. Here's a map with all the roadblocks I found. My go-to roadblock is south of Lavish Lair. I really like this one because it's close to Grimgate. What I did on most games today in order to get content for this video was drop there, get the 2 new blasters, and head over to Grimgate. Having both blasters at once is actually pretty nice, especially early on, as the Wookiee bowcaster is good on mid to long range, while the E11 blaster is good on close range. But more to that in a moment. Another roadblock is further to the east, southeast of Classicurs. Then there's another one south of Reckless Railways, south of Fencing Fields, and northwest of Snooty Steps. Darth Vader can be found on this island all the way in the north of the map. You'll have to do a small boss fight, and Vader can actually do quite some damage to you if you don't pay attention. He can force grab you towards him and will also occasionally throw his lightsaber at you. I can recommend getting rid of the stormtroopers quickly first, which will also give you one of their blasters, which is nice to have in order to get rid of Vader. He of course drops his red lightsaber, and let's start the analysis by talking about this first. Don't get your hopes up, because the lightsaber is absolute garbage. It does not come with the double jumps like they did last chapter. The right click is the throwing ability, and while it's actually good at destroying cover, it is very bad for damaging enemies. It's super hard to hit, and if you do hit, you only do 60 damage, which is an absolute joke. The only redeeming factor of the weapon is that if you hold down right click, you will be able to block incoming bullets, and if you jump while holding right click, you will keep your cover up while doing some cool backflips and stuff. And while this is pretty cool, this will in no way see any play in anyone's build that's actually trying to win the game. It's simply way too weak. Next, let's talk about the E11 blaster. And to be honest, I think people are a bit too rough on it. Yes, it's no Thunderburst SMG and no water bending, but it's not complete trash either. The hipfire is actually pretty okay at very close range, and after playing it a bit, I do admit that I at least like it more than the drum gun, but that's really not that hard to achieve. If you are a player that really likes to shoot once with the shotgun, then switch to an SMG to finish people off while jumping around, the Thunderburst SMG is probably also way better at that, but it will feel good shooting it, and getting it literally on drop guaranteed if you go to one of the roadblocks is actually a factor too. It can be a decent weapon for your drop until you find something better, and don't forget, you'll always get it together with the Wookiee bowcaster, and this one is way better. Okay, hear me out. I know everyone hates this thing, and I understand why. It's clunky, it's super hard to use, and the DPS is bad. But yesterday, I sat down and really tried to make it work as much as I somehow can, and went way past the point of where I was still enjoying it. However, I learned a few things doing it. As always, once you get comfortable with a new weapon, you will start hitting drastically more. Let's talk about its stats and how to use it. First, a direct body shot is most of the time 132 damage, and a direct headshot is most of the time 198 damage. While shooting the ground next to your enemy is 66 damage always. I did end up getting direct hits, like 100% direct hits, only giving me 66 damage. For example, I shot a guy flying in with the wings of Icarus and only hit him for 66. There was no cover in the air that it could have exploded on. But perhaps this was due to the wings extending your hitbox, and maybe it exploded at the wing and somehow got reduced until it hit him? Maybe. But this happened many other times too, where I was 100% sure I did a direct hit too. I'm not sure if this also happened for headshots, but I wouldn't be surprised if it did that too. Additionally, the damage numbers don't pop up half of the time, so it will feel extra bad to use, since you won't get that "Hey, I just hit him" feedback when shooting, which naturally allows you to get better at shooting, since you will automatically adjust your aim if you think you miss, and try to do the shot the same way if you hit. This is super important, especially when shooting new weapons, in order to improve with them. Please keep this in mind while trying the weapon. You are actually hitting more than you think, since even if the damage numbers don't show up, the damage still connects. So first, hitting a headshot is of course super worth it. 198 damage is absolutely crazy, but getting headshots consistently seems to be insanely hard. In my opinion, after testing it for a while, for sure harder than with a sniper rifle. And the sniper rifle one-shots on headshot. So why should I use a weapon that's harder to hit if it gives me a worse result? Well, hitting high damage headshots isn't all the Wookiee Bowcaster does. It's mainly insanely good at punishing campers. You destroy cover fast on range, while also not using up ammo of course. But also, if you simply hit the floor behind the enemy cover, you'll still be able to hit the 66 explosive damage, often, honestly, really consistently. And after playing it for a while, I actually found many situations where my enemy was hiding behind cover, and I got to hit them, which forced them to run away. In general, every time I used high guns, the weapon felt kind of strong. Even if you miss the body or a headshot, you'll end up hitting them with the explosive damage, which is honestly not bad at all. I still feel, however, that the DMR is better for doing long range DPS this way, and the sniper gun of course has the potential to even one-shot. By the way, you can also destroy bushes with the Bowcaster. Cars also blow up after 4 hits, which is pretty insane. And then after playing even more, I started landing body and headshots in close range pretty often too. What I noticed was that if I played it like a pump shotgun, charging up the weapon, then jumping out of cover, no matter the distance by the way, the low DPS started mattering less, and the occasional 132 body shots or 198 headshot started feeling really worth it. Then it crossed my mind. This weapon is actually just a harder to hit, but better hand cannon. That doesn't sound bad at all. So to summarize, the lightsaber is absolute trash. The E11 blaster is a drop-only sidearm you will gladly accept as your go-to weapon until you find something better. And the Wookiee Bowcaster actually has some decent firepower combined with some good anti-camping tech. By far the best weapon of the Star Wars patch, but probably too gimmicky and too hard to learn for many players to jump on it. My recommendation is to check it out, play it for fun, see if you get the hang of it fast, and if you do, you might just have a new go-to mid-range weapon, especially if you like the hand cannon. So what do you think? Do you think all the new weapons are trash? Do you think the E11 blaster is actually good enough to be played in loadouts? What's your opinion on the Bowcaster? Let me know in the comments below. Subscribe if you learned something new, appreciate the effort, or at best want to watch more videos from me. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Oh, you wanna heal, bro? Here. You wanna heal more? You wanna heal? Then take this. You ready?